So yeah, there's an interview for Tanea, My Night at P Diddy's Freak Off. Oof, I'm ready to hear this. And it's by Soft White Underbelly. So shout out Soft White Underbelly, and let's see what Tanea is talking about.
December of 22.
Oh yeah, about to be 22.
December of 22, you were here. You did our first interview. You were just some girl that I met through a friend.
Right.
And you were doing this interview, and you mentioned something about...
I accidentally mentioned it too. Like it slipped out.
About P. Diddy.
About P. Diddy.
You went to one of his parties.
Yeah. Crazy party.
And he's in the news now because of all the scandal.
And they didn't believe me. But when it started...
All right, so she mentioned an interview she did prior to this one, I think 2 years ago. I want to react to that. I don't know how necessary that will be. I asked my guy. He said, nah, just dive deep into this. Just watch this. So if there's anything that she said there that would make this make sense, please put it in the comments for me. Let me know, educate me. And also, I must say, I don't judge, I don't care, but like, she's coming off as somebody that is a party girl, somebody that goes out a lot, like her dressing and everything, which is fine if you're in such an industry, but that's not something I'm really used to. But hey, I'm not judging. Anything that makes you comfortable, that's what's fine. Let's see what she's talking about.
Like when it started coming out, people were like mentioning me, like, you were telling the truth about it. And I'm like, duh, I'm not gonna lie about something like that. And I kind of like tried to briefly talk about it because I knew it wasn't gonna seem true because it was just too much. It was too crazy. It was too crazy. People were gonna think that I was just lying. It had like a lot of people involved, celebrities and stuff. So I was trying to be real vague about it, but that party traumatized me.
How'd you get invited to it?
By being with a prince that I met in LA. He lived in Glendale, California. And, you know, long story short, I got out of this crazy little contract and I was looking for somebody to invest in me. And I knew somebody who knew somebody that was like, I want to introduce you to a prince. He know a lot of celebrities, producers and stuff. So I never put two and two together that this prince knew P. Diddy as
when you say a
producer.
Prince of what?
He was a Arabian prince.
Really?
Yes. Wow. And he really was a prince for real. But I wasn't worried about him being a prince. I was worried about who he actually knew. So when he invited me to
Prince, I didn't know they were into the entertainment industry. I always saw them as very religious and not really into the like Western culture. Definitely, this is my first time hearing this, and I'm sorry, I'm ignorant about that situation. So does it mean there are a lot of like princes from like Arabia like invested in the entertainment industry, or do they have like record labels or something like that? Please let me know in the comments too. Yeah, because this is my first time hearing of something like this.
He met me. He said, I want to invite you tomorrow to Music Ultra Week, whatever. And it's like an event, Ultra Music Week. It's like an event for like 2 weeks where people party, including P. Diddy. And they party at Club Live. They party at like just in South Beach, Star Island, like where P. Diddy stays or throw his freak offs at. And I never knew that we were going to go there because I was there for 2 weeks and I knew it was something fishy. He kept saying, I got a surprise for you. I'm like, but I'm only supposed to stay for 2 weeks and I'm here longer than 2 weeks. And it was almost a month. It was basically a month by then. And he was like, no, because I just want you to meet one special person. So he ended up telling me, like, when we went to Club Live, he was like, guess where we're going tonight? I'm like, where? He's like, to P. Diddy's house. I'm like, oh, really?
Oh, boy.
Really? I'm like, that's crazy because I hear a lot about P. Diddy and I'm like, his house for what? Like to go sing? He's like, no, he's throwing this wild party. I'm like, oh, okay. So we went from Club Live. It ended at like the clubs end at like 3 or 4 and not 2 like how out here is. So we waited around the mansion, the Prince's mansion, for about an hour, and then as soon as 6:30 hit, we went. We all got in the car like a big Uber, and
she has videos.
Now, mind you, I'm the only black girl. Oh boy! So I'm like, oh yeah, you know, I'm about to meet P Diddy. Oh, you know, like I'm probably gonna have to sing for him. And I just tried to like keep my composure. So we get there, and that's when stuff got weird. And that's why they lock up our phones, because they...
Look, I think she might be telling the truth. She has videos. I think that was a Snapchat story or a video probably from memories. I didn't think she was going to pull any kind of receipt. I thought it was going to be a story. Well, I guess I'm going to start believing her. Well, it doesn't mean she's telling 100% truth. And it doesn't mean that is what she's saying it is. But at least it's some kind of a receipt. So, got to take it a bit more serious.
What we see in there, you know, it's he can get in trouble like right now. So basically, we arrived, security guard patted us down. They put our phone in this little bubble case. So the bubble case is closed. They can't get unlocked until we walk out. So as we're in there, the only way of us taking any type of pictures is if we get in the photo booth. He has like a Team Love photo booth or whatever. Take like 4 pictures. So I got pictures. I still got everything in my Snap too, like the photos, everything. That's all you could get. So I'm walking around or whatever. So one of his sons, I'm not going to say which one, but it was like recruiting like whoever they wanted to go inside the house, because the freak off is inside the house and in the backyard. So you have the pool, and they're playing loud house music. Like the house music, it makes you feel kind of woozy, first of all, because it's like a rave or something. Dun, 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 and it's real loud, so you can't really see nothing, but you're seeing everybody like walking around, drunk, hopping around. It's still 7 a.m. So the sun is like coming up, and people are walking around naked, period. Let's get into it. They're walking around naked already, and they're in the pool skinny dipping, and they're drinking mimosas in the pool, but then it's like...
Wait, naked? She didn't say bikini. She said naked. Like people are naked outside the house. Or not on the compound, I guess. That is wild, bro. What? Oh man.
A waitress walking around giving people drinks, just passing people drinks, you know, and people are just taking them. Me, I don't drink like that, but I'm like an occasional drinker. Like I'll drink if we're partying or whatever, just for that occasion. So, because people are going to keep saying, drink, drink, drink. But I didn't take a drink yet. But I just had it in my hand. So, one of the sons seen me walking, mind you, I'm with other girls, but we split up. So, I was walking with one girl. She's a Puerto Rican girl. So, P. Diddy's son was like, you. And I'm like, me or her? And then he was like, no, you. Come here. So, I went to him, and he gave me some shoes. So, these shoes was like some terry cloth, like robe shoes, white shoes. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do with these? He was like, go in the house with these. He was like, everybody who gets these shoes, you get to go in the house. But I'm thinking you could just go in the house if you want to, but everybody can't go in the house. They're literally selectively picking who they want. So I'm like, well, what about my friend? He was like, no, only you. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm holding the shoes. I'm walking around. You know, I'm a good, loyal friend. I'm not going to go inside a house where they said my friend can't go. So we just walking around mingling. But we tripping out, looking at everybody like they off everything, smoking and jumping around like hooligans. And so I seen P. Diddy or whatever, and I seen him with the Prince. I'm not going to say what he was doing, but something really... I get real nervous. Something real crazy, because I don't like to really expose people. I could talk about me, but when it's about, like, me and my family, because it's us. But when it's other people...
Oh, is he... Bro, wait.
Doing something real sexual, that's all I'm going to say.
With the Prince?
So that we can see, and so that we can get turned on, okay? So he's doing something with himself. And I'm like...
Oh, with himself?
Girl, do you see him? She's like, yes, but...
Wait. P. Diddy was with the Prince, and he was doing something sexual to himself? Or the... Bro, I'm confused. This is, and in front of everybody though? Yeesh.
Mind you, we're screaming like, girl, do you see him? Oh my God. Because of the music. And I'm just like, whatever. Then he starts to act like really obnoxious, like, I'm the king of the world, jumping around, doing all this stuff. So I'm like, okay, that's regular P. Diddy shit. But what got me was how he walked up to me and was like, why are you not in the house? And I'm like, what do you mean? He like, how are you enjoying my house? So we had a little talk or whatever. He started talking about all these things. Oh yeah, you're the one that, I seen was telling me about the prince. He's like, oh yeah, it's very nice to meet you. Like your life is not gonna be the same. Da da da. We started talking about going to Cuba. Are you going to Cuba with us? I'm like, what? And that's the thing. I didn't really know about this. So this is when I start asking around or whatever. And I said that in the last interview. But to get to the point, I ended up going in the house because he was on me, like, go in that house. I'm like, okay. And then the person that he was dating at that time, we're not going to say her name, but we all know, she came and was like looking at him like, what are you doing? Because he was talking to me for too long. So she came to like rub on his shoulders or whatever. And he just pushed her. And I'm looking like real uncomfortable, like, oh, I know what this is about. I don't want to be in the middle of there or whatever. So that's what made me go into the house, because I'm like, okay, let me just go in the house. So I told my friend, like, wait right here, girl, let me just put on these shoes, see what this house is about. Walk up in there. I don't judge people, because at the time I was just smoking weed. But you know when people are out of their mind, and you know when people... you know what you don't want to be a part of. And it's just like, I'm seeing stuff that you see on the movies. This corner, this got going on. This corner, they over here doing this. This corner, they over there having sex. This corner, I'm just going to say, because I don't know what I can say, because I'm not trying to be incriminating myself, but they were dressed up like little Harajuku Barbies.
Huh?
Like what?
Little people, okay? We're not gonna say what type of little people, but like a fetish. And I'm looking like, what are they doing here? Like dressed up, little red lipstick, like they weren't supposed to be there. But I'm just looking like maybe it's some type of production going on. But why?
Wait, she said little people, and she said fetish. So I thought she meant like little people, like people who are shorter, like, you know what I mean? But she said they were not supposed to be there. Is she talking about kids? In that environment where everybody on the compound is naked? And then people having sex inside? Kids? How? What? Through this story, man, I am like, I can't stay in that environment. And I'm not a kid. And to think kids are there. What? I am dumbfounded. Oh my goodness. Guys, I do apologize. My battery died. So what I was saying was, if it's true that kids were in that environment where a lot of people are naked, like adult activities going on. But if this is true about the kids being in that environment, in that party, the kids are going to be messed up for life. Diddy needs to be in jail, and whoever was in cahoots with him has to be in jail. That's crazy.
With grown people, like why would they be here? So I just like, okay, little people, but like a fetish. And I'm looking like, what are they doing here? Like dressed up, little red lipstick, like they weren't supposed to be there. But I'm just looking like maybe it's some type of production going on. But why would they be at this party at 7 o'clock in the morning with grown people? Like, why would they be here? So I just like, okay, whatever. Like, but then when I'm looking in this corner, this person laid out, and I'm looking like, what's going on? Then I'm seeing like Instagram models or whatever. I'm like, oh, hey. So I'm kind of getting distracted, feeling like kind of comfortable. Like, she's here. Oh my gosh, she's here. And then I see P. Diddy, walking through the house, like with his eyes on me. Like, like, is this, you see, like, are you agreeing with this? And I don't. Now, mind you, I still got my friend out there. So I walked out of the house and I'm telling her, like, oh my God, bitch. Like, this is, oh my God, she like for real? But I'm just like, I'm not even tripping. Like, oh, well, like, this nigga's weird. Like, so I'm really looking at the situation like, I don't even want to be involved in this type of stuff. Because once I see something, I can't get it out of my mind. And I'm like a hypochondriac. Like, I keep on having flashbacks about it. So, whatever. So, of course, I come out. And then here he goes again. And another rapper, well-known rapper, comes and starts feeling on me like, hey, you. So now it just seems like everybody is faded at this point. They're either drunk or on all the drugs, obviously, with this house music. So now I just feel like trapped in. Like, I don't like it. And I know the devil when I see it. Because by me being so spiritual and tapped in, I know when something is not right. I'm not judging,
What?
but I just don't want to be a part.
Whoa. Did she say spiritual and... Spiritual and tapped in. Man. Spiritual and tapped in.
Part of it, because how am I gonna get out of this shit? Like, I'm already here, and then I heard conversations or whatever, and then P. Diddy was like, that's the one that I want. I want her. So now I feel like, they plotting on me. Like, did you bring me here on purpose? Like, is this the producer you was talking about?
Of course he did. He brought you there on purpose.
And I came here specifically with the Prince to rub elbows with people, to network for the music week. But then I put two and two together, like, the Prince have been saying your life is never going to be the same. You're going to be happy. Somebody's expecting you. And I just feel like that was the time that I was gonna get sex trafficked or drugged or something like that. And then they kept trying to make me, like, I've been around celebrities before. If a rapper wants you or somebody wants you, they're not gonna do it. They're gonna send somebody else to do it. So if a waitress is coming or another girl or a pretty girl or a guy, they'll sick somebody on you, like, take this drink, do this, do that. And then you just feel eyes on you, like watching to see if you're gonna do it, when you're gonna do it. So I already know what time it was.
He's
and
probably
it's crazy
filming that.
I had to leave that place.
He
In my
probably
last
has a
interview, I
camera
told you I
guy
had to
somewhere
escape.
filming all
I had to
this.
leave from the Prince because he was telling me we was leaving for Cuba the next day. Cuba with who? With P. Diddy or what? Like, this is all crazy. So to see all of this stuff come out, and I escaped by leaving. I had to call the police and everything. I had to leave with the Prince. That's another story. From the Prince, from that house. I didn't leave with the other girls. I had to get my phone unlocked, of course, but like I had to catch a taxi, not even an Uber, a taxi to another location, and then I ended up going to the airport, and I ended up leaving because I just felt bamboozled. First, I'm getting lied to about how long I'm supposed to stay there. Then you keep talking about I'm supposed to meet this producer, but we're not talking about nothing with music, but you're talking about going to Cuba. We didn't even do what we were supposed to do in Miami, or did we do what we were supposed to do in Miami at this freak off? But because I'm not cooperating with what I see, and I feel like that's what the Illuminati and stuff is about, like a secret society. Like, they want to see what you allow, what you cool with, and then next thing you know, boom, take that drink, you're drugged. Take that, you're out of it. Take that pill, because everybody was off something, but you had to be being.
Hey, I must say, as much as, like, I don't agree with her appearance and everything, she seems a little bit smart. Like, Cuba, you want me to take to enjoy the moment, get drugged up, and then off to Cuba? She knew what was going to happen. She knew what time it was. She was going to get trafficked, like she said. I mean, there's no proof. It's not definitive, but I think she was going to get trafficked, like she said. She was going to go to Cuba and never come back. That's what I feel. Some Epstein stuff was going to happen. Bro, this story is crazy. Let's see what she has to say.
In that environment like that.
How many people were at this event?
Like hundreds. Even when it was a certain amount outside, but in the house was really crowded. You know what I'm saying? And you would think that, like, it was more people in the house.
And you walked around?
Yeah, I walked around for about 5 minutes. I seen what I need to see. And I was like, no, ma'am. No, sir. Because it was like selling your soul at that house. And if you like that, it's nothing to you. But if you're not like that, you're going to feel uncomfortable. And then it's like, at first I used to think P. Diddy was like, so he always talk about team love and all of this stuff. Like he's all about, no, he all about sex, himself. And I know sex because I've dealt with men, Mark. So I know when somebody is trying to lead you on to stuff and sitting back acting like he just this macho man. And he is a charmer though. That's one thing. Like he will charm the fuck out of you. But for me, that's so game tight. I'm like, I know what this is. And I'm ready to get to the music. Like, if that's the case, you should have been like, don't tell me you about to change my life and da-da-da. And, oh, have you been writing? Oh, that's nothing too. He was like, have you been writing the songs that I seen been telling you to write? Because the Prince wanted me to write out all the songs I ever made in my life. I said, without the beat? He's like, yeah, just start writing songs. So you never know. They'll take my music, drug me, fuck me, do whatever, and just throw me away, basically. Or after you have something.
Man, this story is crazy. I would have never thought it went that crazy at his parties. So I think we're 60 minutes in. Let's see what she's saying.
On me, when we do the music, you have that on me that this happened, and now I'm about to do that. So touching all on me at that party. Even a rapper who touched all on me, like, that rapper was cool. Like, I was liking that rapper. But when they were like, hey, you were doing all that, what can I do? All I could do is just say, like, move his hand, like, oh, I'm fine, but, trying to, like, still be cool. But I'm like, why do everybody feel comfortable to just touch on you? Even P. Diddy, like, why I look up and you're right there? And then, like, in my face, like, are you, like, in my house?
What do you mean, why are they comfortable, like, touching you? Of course, it's the nature of the party you went to. You know what I mean? Like, you're at a party where it's more like an quote-unquote orgy. The most disturbing part is the kids. But you're at a party where everybody's naked, going up and down and stuff like that. Of course they're going to touch on you. Of course they're going to think you're with it. Right? So, I don't understand.
It's like when you're a kid and you're getting in trouble by your parent, you can't look them in their face. And it's like a demon. I'm telling you, like this dark spirit, like he possessing you as he's looking at you. That power, that control. So I'm like, I read the art of seduction, motherfucker. I know what you're doing, and you're trying to really seduce me right now. And oh, take a drink. Oh no, do this, do that, go in there. Like it's just not nothing. And I want to know why me go in the house and why not the girl. So now you're picking and choosing. So it's fishy to me. So when all this stuff started coming out, I was like, I knew I was right. I knew it. Like, it ain't no doubt about that. P. Diddy was doing all that. And like I said, I don't judge because I've been around people doing cocaine. But these hard drugs that they was doing and just, I ain't gonna lie, it was orgies and stuff going on. So all of this stuff going on, I'm like, why is people doing stuff all in the open? Like, that's just offending me and assaulting me, period. Because where am I at? I didn't sign up for this. And how can I really get out? So I had to like ease my way on out. It's security, but they not caring about what happens as long as that phone is closed. They damn near don't care if somebody died up in there. Ain't nobody can film it.
There were famous people or not?
It was a whole bunch of famous people.
Yeah.
Like 4 famous people and then some Instagram models. And the whole time he just was like trying to undress me with his eyes. And I was thinking like, this is really no cap. Because at that time, I've always been skinny. So at that time, the son who came up to me, I was like, boy, is it because I resemble your mom? Like, like Kim Porter, like stuff like that. Like you just never know. Like I feel like You know, P. Diddy does have a type. I feel like everybody that was in that house, it was a certain type of person. It was a certain type of something that he wanted and what he liked. And you could just tell, like, he get whatever he wants. That's why he has no problem touching on you, being all in your face, popping up on you, being obnoxious, and just hounding you until you do what he say. And that's just how the industry is already, especially him, because he got a lot of money, you know?
Because you're a singer as well, right?
Yeah, so they probably like, do you want this opportunity or what? And I'm like, not that damn bad, but I do want it. I do. But if I already got a bad vibe and I'm seeing stuff that you're into already.
Hey, this is disturbing, man. Let's look at it like this. So it gives you an insight to how the rich and powerful like run this, right? You are somebody with a talent, you're going for an opportunity, and then they start touching on you, they start rubbing on you. And with the power they have, they don't see it as an issue. You either speak up and be blackballed and have a little people like believe you, have all these big corporations against you, or you shut up and go with it. You see, it's a cruel industry. It really is. To think that she went there for a music opportunity, but then it got almost trafficked. It's scary. It's really scary. So, guys, I don't know, man. Is it a curse to have talent, or what? You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. It's crazy.
I already know how this is gonna be, so I don't want to, like, you know, ignore some red flags and then I'll be in trouble because of you. Like, literally in trouble. Like, we know his past, like Shine, the rapper, you know, being in jail because of him. Like, don't think just because I'm from where I'm from, you could just do anything. And that's why I never really said nothing about it, because I just felt like, who am I? You know, he got money, like, ain't nobody gonna believe me. But I have all the receipts, I have it all in my Snap to this day. It never went nowhere. That was just my experience just being in Miami for the first time. I didn't know that I was going to end up at P. Diddy's house.
Did you take photos outside the house?
When I got my phone back, yeah.
Videos or something?
I took videos when I was going to the house before I knew this was some weird shit. And then when I got my phone, I ended up, recording. And then I had the shoes on.
Oh, you had the shoes?
I left with the shoes on because I don't know where I put my shoes at when I put those on. And it was a lot going on. It was real loud. So, I don't know. It just tripped me out. And I was like, is he gay? You know, like, and nothing against gays. I couldn't put my finger. I was like, what is this dude into? But set up his house, his freak off. No, not like that. You know I'm going to make everything to a joke. But this is a real serious situation because it'll traumatize you, because now I ain't trusting no producer. I look at everybody like, if I went to the top of the top and I've been looking at him like this top-notch mogul and like whatever. But child, it's a lot. But it's some stuff, you know, that I did leave out because I don't want to say too much. But because I told
you don't want to say too much. Like that wasn't it.
For these girls that did get drugged and did take these drinks, I feel like it's because everybody was all having fun. You know, you wouldn't think that somebody would do something like that to you until you get to seeing everything. And once you're intoxicated, it's too late. It's just too late. So that's why you gotta watch what drinks you take. And they was just pushing them on us too much. Take a drink. And I'm like, no. Because I was already, you know, sipping a little bit at Club Live. So I wanted to, like, mind you, I'm thinking, like, he gonna ask me to sing in a minute. I don't want to be towed up, you know? Until I put two and two together. And then I'm like, yeah, I'm glad I did.
I'm glad you got out and survived.
Yep. I'm always surviving. This is no joke.
You're a survivor.
For real. And it's like, I'm still going through stuff. You know, you don't survive being traumatized. And these things do traumatize you because it's like, dang, I can't never get around this. Like, it always end up to this, sex or some some creep shit or somebody taking advantage of you or something or feeling all on you and you can't do nothing because...
You thought the streets were dangerous.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm telling you. But, yeah. So I just want to see, like, you know, what's going to happen because I know a lot of people was... He went to trial today. And I don't even know.
It's going to be in the news for a while, I think.
It's going to be in the news and a lot of stuff is going to come out. So, don't be saying I'm lying. Because I wasn't lying.
This is all alleged, but
right.
Sounds like it's pretty consistent with things that are in the news.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
And you did say this, like 2 years ago?
Exactly. And I told you I got sex trafficking vibes from it, remember?
Right, yeah. Thinking back about it, I believe her. I believe her. If there's the same story she told 2 years ago when he wasn't arrested, when his news was not trending as it is now, thinking back to it, I think she might be telling the truth. This is a scary, scary, scary industry, man. This is those who go in and come out like successful or unscathed. Man, hats off to you guys, because this, oof.
I was like, he was trying to sell us the Prince to Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Which one do you want? Which one? I want that one.
What does it feel like to be peddled off like that to somebody powerful? Is it?
It's scary. It's scary because what could happen, but it's like, come on, you know, I'm honored to be
chosen.
Chosen, period. But I don't want to be. I don't want to end up in a ditch somewhere, you know, just because he's choosing so many people and assaulting people. I don't want to be assaulted and I don't want to be filled up. If you're going to fill me up, make sure you ask me, can I touch you? You know, you're beautiful. You, not just you in my house so I can. And I'm like, this is weird. You know, like, tell me first, fool. Because I would have charged you, but, and I just make, you know, it did hurt my feelings. So, you know, whatever. I got over it. And I didn't do music no more after that. Because I was like, I'm cool on music, bro.
That would scare you out of the industry.
Yeah, like, I'm like, this is all they want. Let me just make an album. And sing and write. You a producer, ain't you? But no, you're a freak. And a creep. Yeah. Ask permission first, because, you know, no means no.
Well, it's nice to see you again.
You too.
You look more beautiful than ever.
Oh, thank you.
Love your outfit.
Well, I guess that does it. Wow, man, I got a lot to say. Diddy's a monster, man. Diddy is a monster. To think that, first of all, is the kids, right? That is unexcusable. That is not explained. There's nothing anybody can say that'll change my mind. That is evil to its roots, to have kids in that environment just to pleasure you. You see? And also having to bring people together, drug them so they're inebriated, so they're out of control, and do to them what you want is also crazy. And to think that there was some celebrities like Boosie, I think, and another guy, Faison Love, I think it was. If it's not, I apologize. But to think that there were those celebrities defending Diddy when he had kids in that environment. That is if everything alleged here is true. That is what I'm saying. If everything alleged here is true. If it's not true, then I take that back. But if it's true, to think that he had kids over there, to think that he drugged people and shipped them off because he said, oh, you're excited to go to Cuba and all the BS. Like, to defend this and call it just, oh, a man being freaky? Are you serious right now? This is disgusting. This is an issue. What, because he's black? Or what? Now, if it is all wrong, or if it is something that is out of the blue, but come on, man, I believe it. I would say I believe it like 70%. So this is inexcusable, this is unexplainable. There's no way anybody in their right mind should defend this. There's no way. I do not care. There's no way. You bring kids into it, like people get charged a lot for having CP on their phone. Rightfully so. Having CP on their hard drives. Rightfully so. This is CP in action, and around it is not, it's not better. Like it's crazy. And to have people, oh come on man, these guys, I've never seen a party like this ever. I never envisioned like a party like this. When I heard the free cost, well, I thought people were there taking drinks, and all of a sudden there'll be a room where he had people who come there do stuff with his then girlfriend, where he'll be sitting in the corner doing whatever. Look, it was open. She said she walked into the house seeing people naked, skinny dipping. Oh man. So that's what I think. Look, this is an ongoing case. Everything here is alleged. I'm not saying anything is definitive, but do I believe what she's saying? 80%? Yes. I think Diddy is a monster. He's evil. That is when power gets into your head. That is when you're a billionaire and I've gotten away with a lot of stuff. Because right now, a lot of things are coming up. And it's a shame that the lady that lied tried to bribe her ex-boyfriend to spin a story just to get clout or money or something like that. That is out. These things, like the other stuff, are more scary. So, man, thank you guys for joining me. This is my first video. We're gonna do this together. Pressing news, anything, ongoing news, circulation. I'm definitely gonna react to something else. Probably do what is relevant to current times and societies, what's in the news and everything. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. If you want me to react to anything, just put it in the comments. I will do it for you wholeheartedly. If there's anything I got wrong in this reaction, in future reactions, let me know. I'll be glad. Thank you so much, and I am out.